Hi everybody, thanks for coming in again. The usual, thank you, and the usual, I don't know what I'm going to say, and half the time I don't have a title yet. I don't think this has a title. I've got a couple, three things. This is just catharsis for me, so I'm really glad anybody's here. Please leave a comment and just, leave a wave or hey there or something. I flipped the camera around again because I put up a different, one of my solid stainless steel paintings. This one is Don, as you can see, since I flipped the camera. It doesn't say nod backwards. That's from Mad Men, which was, I think it was on AMC production. It's Mad Men is, they were advertising folks in the early 1960s, I believe. Mad is because Madison Avenue. That's what they say is advertising Madison Avenue, just like Hollywood Boulevard or whatever. It's Madison Avenue for advertising. All the big advertising firms, I guess, were or are there. I guess were because now they all bought each other, and now they're run by one guy who lives on the surface of the moon or something. And this day and age, everybody got bought by everybody else, which is why I'm unemployed. We got bought by a bigger fish in Denver. They got bought by a bigger fish in Hartford, Connecticut, and then that got bought by MetLife. So yeah, each time a bigger fish buys you, you don't want to be on the wrong end of that because, as the British call it, redundancies, and we call it layoffs. You don't need two vice presidents of widget quality control. You only need one widget quality control vice president. So one of them gets cut, and guess which one it is? It's the one from the smaller fish of the two fish in the equation, the one buying the other. So anyway, not at all the topic I was going to do. I'm just trying to deal with the damn camera. Now that I've flipped the mirror image so that you could read the Don is driving me nuts. It's such a simple thing, but it's like now I realize why this is so hard and takes forever. And I've been screwing around as always with the lighting. This is, I think, the most lighting I've used. So we're in dangerous territory here because, like I always say, as far as me, the less lighting, the better. Pitch dark, smoking hot. Right? Pitch dark, that's my best. Pitch black, you can't see me at all. Yeah, but the more light, the worse. Now, I have so many super talented, super beautiful, attractive friends that are, they always put a lot of money into their lighting, and it's the more lighting, not the more lighting, the better. There's always a sweet spot for it. Not blazing light. You got to get the right amount of light, but it's significant light. For lighting a video, a cover, whatever they're doing, collaboration, original, whatever they're doing. They're buying lights, and I'm doing the opposite. I'm throwing, I hate to tell you because it's so ghetto, because I know why there's more lighting here now is because I'm using one light over there that I don't usually use at all. I usually use the light from the monitors and other stuff. But anyway, that light over there is a t-shirt. Yeah, a black t-shirt that I just threw. I couldn't reach it. I couldn't get to it from where I was, so I just made a good or lucky throw and tossed a black t-shirt onto the lampshade, and it landed at a pretty good spot. And that cut down the lighting by about half. And let me tell you, that's pretty ghetto. And even the Don poster behind me, he doesn't want to stand there like that. Is he level? He's not quite level. I know he looks pretty level, but that's because he's pretty level. He's not quite level. And he's taped up there with, again, black electrical tape. I think I mentioned that once before, except I used a different one. This is the first time I've used Don. And if I can say I went the wrong way. If I can get out of the way, that is probably a 61, 62 Cadillac convertible, bright red, and I'm looking for a flashlight. I think I found a flashlight here. How bright is that? That's too bright. Give me a Kleenex. Yeah. I take a clean Kleenex and drape it over a flashlight. It's still bright for me, but it's going to work out. There. Flashlight with a Kleenex over it. That lights up Don and his red iconic Cadillac convertible. And that's the thing. Let me turn this off. There. That's the thing with my four. I'm sure I've told you before. My four metal paintings is always an iconic character. Smokey and the Bandit, or I don't have this one, but it might be Magnum PI, right, from when he lived in Hawaii and drove that red Ferrari. Tom Selleck, Magnum PI. I know that's older, but John Wick is current. There can be current characters, or it could be James Dean. But it's an iconic character and an iconic car in the background. Always pointed the wrong way. Always like that. And so I think you can see that pretty well. And then let me move my chair the wrong way, and move my body the wrong way. There we go. So that leaves us with some Easter eggs that I put out the last couple videos. I don't know if they're a couple in a row because I've got probably 5 of these in the can now, and I don't know what order I'm going to release them. There's no particular rhyme or reason to the sequence. Just I don't want to release 5 of them in 5 days. You know how it is. So anyway, but cathartic. I just felt like doing this because it's just. A lot of the people that are all 19 or 12 or whatever my subscribers, a lot of them are singers and streamers on Next Music, so they've heard me tell pieces of these stories over the last week or so, and I say 12 or 19 whatever subscribers, which is true, but I can see the stats, and one of my videos has 95 streams, 95 views. So either someone really, really likes that thing, or it's been viewed by like 90 different people or 85 different people or whatever. So there are people who view it. I don't care if you subscribe or not, really. All pays the same to me. But it is nice to think that 85 or however many, 70 different people saw it, because I can see 95 views on the thing, and none of them are mine. So that's cool. So, but if you feel like it, leave a comment and just let me know you're here. But anyway, my point is, I forgot what my point was. Oh, that a lot of people that watch these are musical people. So they know how hard this is, just getting the lighting and just sound check and trying to stay away from the camera. And I got some background music, and I'm going to credit my great friend Deanna Petcu, Deanna with an A, and then Petcu, Petcu, just like it sounds. Her YouTube channel. Please drop what you're doing. Don't even watch this video. And if you're subscribed to me and you don't want the emails. Too many emails, please unsubscribe to me and subscribe to her channel. Wonderful stuff. And this particular song is, I've used it before, so I've credited it before, Shape of My Heart. I believe it's Sting, and it's used in Leon the Professional, and it's just beautiful. So I'm using it again as background music because that's how much I like it. And I've only got about, 20,000 songs in iTunes, and my Spotify. My Spotify playlists are a mess, but there's plenty of music there too. So it's not like I don't have a shortage of choices, but no, I love this. So and the video is not a video; it's a work of art. It's a work of art. This particular one, especially, it's well worth your time if you want to go check hers out. The Shape of My Heart is the name of this one. It's, again, work of art. All right, let me try to think of a topic. Oh, I had one. Yeah. I had just a bad week, right? I mean, I had a great week. I had a great week last week because it was my birthday, and it was my birthday, and the day was on like a Wednesday. And that day and for the whole week, people were just going out of their way. You wouldn't believe out of their way to make my birthday so wonderful, And during this viral apocalypse that we're having, it's hard. You have a birthday and you can't get together with anybody. You're by yourself generally, and I mean physically you're by yourself. So it's just who you can run into online or FaceTime with, or get into a stream with, and you know the streamer, and 30 people that are in the stream. It's nice. So, but anyway, they know how hard this is to just get the lighting right and the sound check right, and so I spent some time on that, but that's all I spent time on. I haven't spent any time on what I'm going to say. What was I was going to say? Oh yeah. It doesn't even do with sound music, but it may. The second part of it. Let's get to it. God, it's 10 minutes already. I suck at this. I suck at this. My God, 10 minutes. What have I done? Nothing. Please leave me a comment. Really, leave me a comment. Although one time somebody said that was too short. I forget what it was. I think it was the brake failure one. The whole thing, I described it like 9.5 minutes, and somebody said that was too short. So that was nice. Anyway, the thing I was going to say that was actually a topic was at the end of this great week, things just went terrible. I mean, again, this is the parts that the people that have been musically attached with in streams and stuff. They've heard pieces of this story of not only the brake failure, which I think was $1,000 to fix, but then I had the car back a week and then the engine blew up, and that's where it is now. It's in the shop, and I'm debating whether to put $7,000 into a rebuilt engine. That's going to break my heart one way or the other. And then move a little bit. Can't figure out which way to move. Yep. Yes. No. Damn it. I should just figure out which way to move and then just go the other way, because it's always wrong. What was the third thing? Oh yeah, the car I borrowed. I drove it for like 10 minutes, and I didn't break it. No, but in 10 minutes I realized that it would not. It's an automatic transmission, and it would not come out of second gear, and it was 3,500 RPMs or so in second gear, and I could hear it struggling. And I was on the highway going 35 miles an hour. You're gonna get killed. So I turned the hazards on and I limped to the quickest exit I could get to and got the damn thing off the highway. And then I could only go 35 miles an hour without approaching red line on the tack. And I'm not gonna do that, especially in a borrowed car. But I'm not gonna do it anyway. Stupid. That's what the tachometer is for, to tell you that the engine's turning too fast, so change gears, dumbass. But it's an automatic transmission. It changes gears when it wants to. I couldn't get it to change. I dropped it into neutral and put it back into drive. Actually, there's a thing where you can, I think I've told the story, where you can put it into a manual, fake manual, and you have these little paddles on the steering wheel with pluses and minuses, and it lets you pretend, that you're shifting gears yourself, but it's all electronic. It's not real gears and clutches and things. Well, there's no clutch, so it's not real. I hate that. I hate those things. Paddles on the steering wheels, unless they're real. But this was. So I tried that, and it's still plus, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to come out of second gear. So anyway, terrible start of the week with the three. I nearly got killed all 3 times. None of the times were safe as far as my situation for health. None of them were safe. It wasn't just like, I can't get this car started, and I'm in a parking lot in a parking garage, and I can't get it started because the battery's dead. No, none of them were like that. They were all quite exciting. 3 of them. And then, of course, there's the cost to the repairs. Shit. So, yeah, there's that. And then there's some medical stuff. I had some tests, and I can tell you, because we're all friends here, right? I've got to get, was it day after tomorrow? Yeah, day after tomorrow. I went and bought the stuff today for I've never had one of these before, a colonoscopy and an upper endoscopy. And if you don't know what those are, please look them up, because I don't want to describe them. There's a lot of cameras involved, and they're very thorough cameras. I'll just say that. And, now actually Monday, the day of it, will be great for me, because I'll be dead asleep. I know somebody doesn't like that term, so I'm sorry. I will be quite asleep. I'll be out. And so it'll be a nice nap for me. Piece of cake. The day before, no, that won't be so good for me. That will be a horrific day for me. Sunday, the day before. The tests. So anyway, bad stuff. And as I'm thinking of this bad stuff, I'm remembering, what started this all in a way, although I know it's just random stupid stuff that happens to you. But I broke my phone. I broke the case on my phone, the screen. And I always have this argument with my sister. We argue about everything. We're siblings, right? So we argue about everything our whole lives. And so, as they say, steel sharpens steel. We're both pretty good at arguing. And she just... And so, anyway, I don't have a case. That's the point. I don't have a case for my phone. I don't have a outer box, or I don't have any kind of case. I like my phone small and thin. I mean, it's a cell phone, it's a smartphone. They try to make them small. So I'm like, hey, I'm with you there, buddy. Make it small, make it slim, let it slip into my pocket and disappear. You know, I don't want some big honking rubbery case, you know, that you can throw out of a helicopter and it'll survive. No. As I've told my sister, you know, I've played every sport imaginable. I've got motor skills. If something's in my hand, it stays in my hand. I don't drop it. Why would I drop it? I don't drop my phone. I have had cell phones. I've had smartphones since they were invented. Before that, they were flip phones, or what do they call them, the candy bar phone, you know, any kind of portable mobile phone. Smart, dumb, or in between. Since they were invented, you know, I'm always on the cutting edge, being in engineering. I'm always on the cutting edge of video and audio and telephone hardware. They call it the bleeding edge. You know, and they say you can always tell the pioneers because they have the arrows in their chest. And that's right. When you're a pioneer of something new, like smartphones or some new computer technology, or you know, whatever it is, Wi-Fi, whatever. If you're on the cutting edge of it, it's the bleeding edge, not the leading edge. And you can tell the pioneers because of the arrows. And in all that time, I have never, ever, ever dropped my phone. Why would I drop it? Again, I'm trying to tell my sister, you know, it's in my hand. I'm not going to drop it. Damn it. I don't need a stupid OtterBox or any of those kind of things. You know, she apparently drops hers all the time or something. It's like, you should get yourself checked out. You may have some nerve damage or something. It's like, you know, like I said, I've got motor skills. I don't drop things. I toss it from one hand to the other. I can juggle 3 of them at once. I'm not going to drop any of them. I'm not going to drop it. And I didn't drop this one. No, but it broke. And here's what happened. I left it in another room, like 2.5 rooms away from me. Okay, I forgot it. I left it there, and I went into where I am right now, where I've got. You can't even see my keys. There. Okay, so keys behind me. I got 4 or 5 monitors and plasma TV and iPads and microphones and mice and speakers and amplifiers and subwoofers everywhere where I am, right? So I was in here. I have plenty to do in here. And I was in here for like 20 minutes, and all of a sudden I heard this crash. 20 minutes I'm in here. I hear this crash. And as soon as I heard the crash, I went, you know, that sound sounds very much like it could be my cell phone, my smartphone, hitting a very hard surface, very hard tile surface. Yeah, and that's what it was. But it took it 20 minutes to just very slowly let gravity work on it. And, you know, I had laid it down on what I thought was a horizontal surface. Not quite horizontal, no. It was a stack of magazines, and it was, you know, my fault, I guess, because I thought it was horizontal, but it wasn't, not quite. But it took it 20 minutes to slowly slide off and fell on the floor and cracked the screen and ruined it. And I forget, it cost $300 or something to get it replaced. But again, I did not drop it, but it sure did break. And so that was the first time I've ever had a broken cell phone, broken smartphone screen to have to get replaced. So I did. And then, you know, that was a little while earlier, but then things, well, they got better. They got really much, much better with my birthday week. They were fantastic. And if you're watching this and you were involved in it at all, and I bet some of you were, thank you so much. It was wonderful. I mean, it was heartwarming. It was wonderful. But anyway, so that's broken screen. We're at 18 minutes. Oh, I should do something fast. I have 2 choices. I don't know. I was going to change gears, actually. If you're afraid of guns, dive out of the room. I was going to do a gun thing, a little bit of a training point that I was going to make, because I've had an argument with somebody on the internet, because people on the internet, they want to argue about everything, you know, flat earth, the U.S. never put a man on the moon. I mean, they'll argue about anything on the internet, right? So I was having an argument with this guy about this one, kind of a technical thing having to do with handguns, and I won't go into it because I think I'm not going to do that one. I've got it, here, it's unloaded, believe me, and I'm going to check it again, because you always check it, because rule number 1 is it's always loaded. But there is it's a Glock 17, and it's way unloaded, and even then I'm not going to point it at that camera, which has my virtual friends behind it, because that's my training. You don't point it at something you don't intend to destroy, and for $1 million, I can't be forced. I can't point that at that camera. I can't point that barrel at that camera. I wouldn't. It's my training, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I'm pointing it in the safe direction all the time, and slide back and lock it. So it's now it's locked open. See, so it's not going to do anything. And if I push this, there. Now it's in battery, but there's nothing in it. But still, I'm pointing into the air. There's not a thing in it. No ammo. Of course, there's no magazine. Look, I can stick my fingers in there. See, no magazine, no ammo. Safe, but it's never safe. I mean, you always treat it as if it's loaded. But anyway, I'm not going to fool with that. I don't think I'm going to go a different direction. We're already at 20 minutes. So here, let me wave my hands. If you ran away, you can come back now. I talked about for 21 minutes. All right, I'll go 30 minutes. If you've had enough, please just punch out right now, and I'll bid you adieu, and I will tell you thank you for watching, and please feel free to leave a comment if you like. And I'll do one more little thing, just because it's really a nice, heartwarming story, and it's not private, or I wouldn't even get into it. But I feel it's public. If you were one of the 400 or so people that were in the stream of Next to Music at the time, I was with the streamer, but still not gonna call her name because maybe she wouldn't want me to. But some people could figure it out anyway. But please don't. If I ask you, don't get back to her and say, "Oh, Keith talked about you in a video or something." Don't. But it's just very heartwarming. This streamer, I had watched her for probably on and off over the course of months and months. Let's say 30 hours. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you're unemployed and you like music, you can spend a lot of time in an app, hopping from stage to stage, especially when you end up meeting people and meeting great, wonderful people, and then you get to know also the people that are in the chat there, because they were in the other chat, and now they followed into this chat, and you're, hey there, how you doing again? And you end up talking about stupid stuff, or things like your car brake failure or something, and they ask you about it, and how's your car now? Did you get that thing fixed? And has it tried to kill you a second time or something? Or how are you feeling? How's your low-grade fever that you had because of this other thing that I'm going to get looked into day after tomorrow, which is not COVID-19. By the way, I'm fine. I don't even have a fever anymore. And I have no other symptoms. No. All right, so anyway, streamer. Some streamers, as far as live learns, they'll tackle them. They will. Not her. No, she doesn't. And again, I've been in probably 30 hours. I've watched her do streams, and she's very nice to me, and she asks me many times, "Hey Keith, do you have a suggestion?" And I always say, "No, you do you." And that almost becomes an inside joke because she knows I'm going to say that. There's a lag in the chat after she asks me. It takes it takes too long. It takes like 20 seconds before my "you do you" gets to her. But then she'll laugh and she'll say, "Yeah, I know you were going to say that." But I mean, really, if I make a suggestion, by definition, I know that song, right? I wouldn't suggest it if I didn't know it. How would I know the title to say it out loud if I knew it? If I didn't know it. So, by definition, I know the song if I'm going to suggest it. And I'd rather the artist pull something out of their playlist that I don't know. So that way I get exposed to something new. Well, so anyway, she has a particular genre that she says that's her genre. Now, she covers songs from a wide spectrum, but this one genre, she says that's hers. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know that now. And, she still asks me, from time to time, "Keith, do you have any requests?" And I say, no, you do you. But one time I thought, okay, all right, I will request. And I really did not want her to have to learn a song, attempt, or, I didn't want to stump her with a song she didn't know. I tried very hard, the opposite of that. What was my algorithm? Well, I picked a song in the genre that is hers, that she, it's in her wheelhouse. The genre is, right? And then I picked, as far as an artist, probably the iconic artist of that genre. I thought I took a pretty good shot at it. Although the song I picked, I'd never heard her do before, that particular song. But again, artist and genre seemed like a good choice for something she'd know. And then Facepalm, she didn't know it. So I knew what was going to happen. She was going to say, yeah, sorry. The same thing she says to everybody. You know, I don't know that song, sorry. But maybe I have another song that's either by the same artist or it has the same feel to it, you know, or is somehow similar to the one you're asking for, and I'll do that one for you. You know, I'll do that one. Or just, you know, suggest a whole another song, and maybe I'll know that one. But that's all. Never, ever elaborate. This time, I was floored. She turned off her vocals mic. She turned off her mic, to her pickup mic for her guitar. And for like, I swear, 7 minutes, it was dead silence. She was on screen, but you couldn't hear anything because all her mics are turned off. And she's flipping through a chord sheet, and she's got chord sheet like on one computer, and then she's got probably lyrics on another. And she's just quietly strumming these chords to herself, and then she'll shake her head and be like, that's not the right chord progression, no. And then she'll be like, yeah, that's right. And then she'll get to the bridge, and she'll do that, and then she'll, go to pre-chorus, and then I got that. And then just bit by bit, she live learns the song. And she's also watching the lyrics, and she's singing to herself. But we can't hear her sing, and we can't hear any of the guitar. Nope. Probably 7 minutes, dead silence. And then and then also somewhere else on some other device, she has got the, yeah, see, told you, ghetto, right? Yeah, that's how ghetto that was. That was the black electrical tape giving it up. So we'll see whether I've just ruined that stainless steel. But you could hear it, right? That's not canvas, that's steel. Yeah, damn it. That's just my week. Okay, we're at 27 minutes. Speed this up. So anyway, yeah, so she's on another one of her devices or laptops or iPads or whatever, she's got the original artist, doing the original song, so she can hear that too. As, backing tracks, if you will. But it's not backing tracks, it's the whole song. Okay, so she's listening to that, then she's got a chord sheet, then she's got the lyrics too, and she's working all that together. Then she turns it all off. She turns off the original artist. She keeps the chord sheet up, I'm sure, and then of course she's got to keep the lyrics up because she doesn't know the song. And fix my chair. We don't need Don anymore because he died a painful death over there. So we'll shift over here a little bit. Sorry, Don. Good luck back there, buddy. Hope you're all right. And so then she just fires up her two microphones, her pickup mic for her guitar and her vocals mic, and takes it from the top and sings this song. And she sings it beautifully. Beautifully. I mean, I don't know guitar, so I don't know if she missed a chord ever. But vocals-wise, dead on. And I'm familiar with the song itself, and so it was great. It was great, and I was stunned. And I've seen her since then, probably another 10 hours and she'll do the same thing as the other 30 hours, not counting my story I just told. Somebody will suggest many a song. She'll ask for suggestions. They'll suggest a song, and then she'll either know it. She'll say, oh, yeah, I got that one right here. Or she'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know that one. Can you pick another one? Or let me try to pick a different song, from that same genre, or by that same artist, or with the same feel. It's a love song, or it's a heartbreak song, or it's a I'm a superstar, listen to me roar song, it's whatever the feel of the song is. She'll try another one that's like that. But she will not stop her stream for 7 minutes and live learn a song. But now, whenever I join the stream, she'll mention that song, and she'll say, should I play it now, or do you want to save it like for later on, for the top of the hour, or for the big finish, or whatever? And I'll of course say, you do you. And she knows I'm going to say that anyway. And then oftentimes she'll say, well, let's do it now. I'm feeling, let me just do it. Let's just do it right now. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, of course. I might actually fall asleep, an hour and a half from now or something. So yeah. And anyway, it's just a nice, heartwarming song. I still can't believe that it worked out that way. Never saw anything like that before. It was just really nice, really heartwarming. I was moved. I really was. I was moved. It was a really nice story. I mean, it's a story now. It wasn't a story then. It was just an event then, but it was a really nice event. So, okay, I've just passed 30 minutes. I know. I'm sorry. Mea culpa. I can't apologize enough. Wrong way, of course, the wrong way. Let me just do that a little bit for reasons, and then yeah, that's. I didn't cough. No, I don't have a cough. I was just going to say I've noticed before I've coughed just because, I take a drink of something, and speaking of which, I could use a drink of something. Sorry. Man, that's good, when you're thirsty. It's like, that's the stuff. Okay, but anyway, I coughed one time. And you can see a lot of frequencies, broad spectrum of a cough, is white noise. So, okay, 31 minutes now. I'm not making a bet with myself for how stupid long I can make a video. I'm really not. So I'm sorry. Deeply, apologize. Like I said, mea culpa. If you're still here, I think I've told you once before, superhero. I know I said you'd get some kind of trophy because somebody said, I want that trophy. Yeah, because they stayed till the end. And they deserve it, so I'll work on that. So thank you. And find the mouse, got the mouse, found the button, usual stuff. And like I said, this is a little bit more light. Maybe let me know in the comments, if the lower light is a more, friendly, just kind of hanging out, chatting with each other in a coffee house kind of a mood. I'm definitely not going for a stage, lighting mood or lights. But let me know what you think if you feel it. But thank you for watching to the extent that you have, which is a significant extent at 32 minutes. Take care, everybody. Really be safe. Try to take care of yourself and the ones close to you first. Altruism is great, but you just got to be careful. Got to be safe, and please do that. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks.